Welcome back, YouTubers, to a TNA Impact Wrestling review of us, the British Fist.
Ching
Indeed, I am Mr. Parkin. This guy sitting next to me is none other than NJ People.
What's up?
And as you can see, the renovation work in my house has been done, and we're back in the normal position. And as you can see, sitting right in the middle here, we have a Christmas tree that we just put up there to be festive, because right, other than that, the background is quite boring, as we've been told many times. Subscribe down below. Like this video and comment down below as it is now on the new YouTube.
And make sure you contact us in the links in the description box below.
Indeed, and this TNA Impact Wrestling was not very good, was it, NJ? There's no blunt way of putting it, really. It just wasn't very good. And right now, Genesis to me just feels like a filler pay-per-view. They're already advertising Lockdown. It almost feels like Genesis is now the filler pay-per-view to Lockdown, doesn't it? I thought the reason for getting rid of the filler pay-per-views was so pay-per-views like Genesis could feel more like bigger pay-per-views.
Oh, Genesis coming, is it?
Yeah, you wouldn't have known, would you? Because there was very little build here. Apart from the main event, there's not really much to it. Do you know, the direction TNA have been going ever since Bound for Glory has kind of befuddled me, really, but I guess they had a change in regime because they wanted to try and go after ratings, and it really hasn't worked.
To be honest, when I've said this a few weeks back and say it now, the only thing that was really keeping me interested in TNA was the Ace and Eights, but they failed that. So to be honest, I can't really see anything in TNA that's really holding my interest anymore.
Well, let's go through this show anyway. We opened the show quite strangely with Bully Ray. It seems like he wasn't watching TNA last week after the little cut segment they did with Hogan, seeing him and Brooke kissing. He wants to call out Hulk Hogan to TALK talk.
The thing about this is that, yes, there's this room of Hogan wrestling, which we'll cover more in Friday video. But the thing about this is that I don't think there's anything interesting. Yes, I do enjoy Buddy Ray, Bubba Ray on mic, but this was just more about Brooke Hogan as she came out, about him thinking there's no relationship, she thinking there is, nothing's going on, something is going on. It's just stupid opener. I mean,
you do actually wonder what is going on between these two and Hogan. It is quite, to me personally, it is kind of semi-interesting. You get Brooke Hogan coming out, like you said, saying that, you know, he knows about us now, and the crowd... To me, like, this segment would have been alright if the crowd weren't so idiotic. They were just saying stupid stuff. Not that I can blame them, but, I mean, come on, the crowd just was stupid here. Let me move on to an Austin Aries promo where he says that him and Bobby Roode will settle this unofficial #1 contendership in the main event where Aries belongs to be, kind of like a I am definitely in the main event version of CM Punk.
He did point out that even though he's not the champion, he's still a #1 contender, so he deserves to be in the main event slot with Bobby Roode, who rightfully should be there too.
Do you remember when the Ace and Eight storyline was a big storyline in TNA that used to get our main event slots and used to end pay-per-views? Well, now it's the kind of segment that goes on after the opening segments. We had Samoa Joe versus the Armbreaker. Samoa Joe, of course, on this Open Fight Night edition, called him out, and Joe beats him pretty quickly with chokes him out. The Aces and Eights storm the ring to stop this unmasking. I'm just sitting there thinking, please just unmask him and let the storyline be over with, because right now I have no interest at all in the Aces and Eights storyline. It has no direction right now. I just don't know what to say about any Aces and Eights segment anymore.
The thing is, a reveal is needed. They're probably going to wait for the pay-per-view. But the thing about this is that, yes, Samoa Joe's a big guy, top guy in the company. But the way that you're choking another big guy, the big guy, the Ace and Eight, he should have been able to battle out of that chokehold or manage to get to the rope or something. Not finish like that in a short match. That's made probably one of the strongest members of your faction look weak.
Yeah, especially as he is the Armbreaker. The storyline, in my opinion, just continues to tread weight, and it's just kind of typical of what TNA is going on right now.
Ace and Eight, I'm going to keep this short because you know you've let me down again. But yes, you may have got Anderson in our faction, but that is not good enough. Next week, the Stinger's going to try and take us out. Do not let that happen. Do not let me down again, because I swear to you, I am going to take you up one by one, and that's going to be the end of you. I should have been the leader of the Shield, because they won't let me down. Look what they're doing compared to you.
We had Robbie E versus Jesse Goddard in a bro-off. Don't know the rules of the bro-off, but I guess the one redeeming thing from this segment was the fact that it seems like Rob Terry has turned face. Like, moving him away from Robbie E, I guess.
It went on too long. You had to finish everything you say with the word bro. This was absolutely ridiculous, weren't it, bro? Awful, bro. Yes, this sucks, bro. Kill me now, bro.
I don't have a gun. We had RVD calling out none other than No, he didn't call out Kenny King. He called out Christian York, didn't he? You remember he had that segment where Kenny King is like, yeah, he's calling me out because he has my respect, and he ends up calling out Christian York instead.
The way this could go as a triple threat at the pay-per-view, just something more for the X Division, make it more than just an RVD versus Kenny King. But the way this went down, yes, you've had York against main eventers. Now he's going to a place where he's more settled to be for now. And I was looking forward to this match, even though the outcome was the way we all thought it would.
Yeah, and to be honest, there was some very subtle forwardness with Kenny King's character. I think, he obviously thinks he's going to get respect from RVD, but RVD doesn't give him that. Christian York loses to RVD pretty quickly, which shows that he probably won't be going after the X Division. But I think Christian York, to me, does have a place in the X Division, especially with the lack of X Division stars right now, really. So RVD gets the victory here. Seems like they're continuing on to another Kenny King versus RVD match at Genesis, you would think.
Yep.
We had another Joseph Park OVW segment. It looks like they're going to go with a split personality thing again, doesn't it?
Hope so.
Still find them entertaining, though. We had a Daniels and Kaz promo, Bad Influence, where Kaz mimics AJ Styles' entrance and mimics his mic tone quite well. This is either filler or it's setting up another match between AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels. But either way, I do enjoy the mic work from Daniels and Kaz.
You do expect great mic work, especially from Daniels more than Kaz. But the way this went down, Kaz actually got his own moment, which was good. I do expect Kaz to get something over Daniels. The thing about this, last week they teased something I thought was going to be good: Daniels and Storm. Storm weren't even here tonight, so we got this match instead, and we got Hernandez and Chavo versus Daniels and AJ Styles. What an awesome match. I never thought, after their match they had, for one last time, that AJ and Daniels would make up so quickly.
They made a pretty good team, didn't they?
They did.
And Los Stereotypicos, the tag team that no one cares about, that are holding belts that, quite frankly, no one cares about, get the victory.
Poor AJ lost his match return.
Yeah, in a match which I didn't really care about either. Mr. Anderson is in the Aces and Eights. Do you think it's just too late for them to do anything with the Aces and Eights now? They're just dragging Anderson in there.
I'm glad that Anderson's getting TV time again, but I don't really think adding Anderson's magic going to make the Aces and Eights perfect. But again, the Aces and Eights, they didn't get much tonight. Nothing really spectacular. The good-looking women convinced Anderson to give in to the Aces and Eights. Look forward to seeing where that comes next, but I don't think Anderson's going to save them. Like
I said, anything involving the Aces and Eights is just very, very uninteresting to me right now. They just have no direction.
No.
I reckon Sting will come back and just end the storyline. Hopefully he will do that. Gail Kim versus Miss Teschmacher. Gail Kim gets the victory. This seemed to me like none other than a filler match to get Gail Kim a victory, maybe to introduce her into a knockout feud when Velvet wins the belt, maybe.
To see Gail Kim there, that was good, but I thought, yeah, she had a good point of why she picked Tess, but I thought you would have picked Tara, who's the knockout champion, just to have some kind of a big match for you. But this match was simply done.
Yeah, Gail Kim gets the victory. Then move on to the main event, which I guess was the only real thing I probably cared about on this show, Austin Aries versus Bobby Roode, but the show was kind of so bad that I just felt I really didn't care. It's like you can care a lot about a main event, but if the show leading up to it is no good, you end up not caring. It was like an unofficial #1 contenders match. Don't know. Went to a no contest after both were trying to cheat, and Hardy comes in after the match and lays them both out. So the face ends up taking out both the heels. Way to get your heels heel heat there, TNA.
Well, 2 weeks in a row now, you can see they're teasing a triple threat at the pay-per-view for the championship. I like the way they're doing it, but they've got 2 more weeks, a week or 2.
2 more weeks.
To build up. I wonder how they're going to continue building this up. But for the way it went down, you can see a triple threat coming from this.
Yeah, and it's definitely going to be a triple threat at the pay-per-view. This show, to me, just felt like the writers were on holiday, which is understandable, I guess, because they were on holiday season. But this week's episode, as you can probably tell by the tone of mine and NJ's voice and the lack of enthusiasm we're really showing in this review, this show really wasn't interesting. It was very bland. It was very boring. Didn't really have our interest. It's full of storylines that we're not really all for anymore. Some of the characters seem to be in the wrong places, and it's a real shade of the show that I used to look forward to watching every week, and it's getting to that point now where I'm not sure if I really want to anymore, because it's kind of getting to that point where just pro wrestling in general is just getting me down.
All I can say is that TNA goes back live next week, I think, so I guess that's something to look forward to.
I guess. So you leave us your thoughts in the comment section below on the show and TNA's direction right now. Do you think it's any good? Because I'm really not feeling TNA right now anywhere near as much as I used to do during 2012. That's all I will say. So thank you very much for watching this review with me, Mr. Parkin, and this guy sitting next to me, NJ.
What's up?
Hope you all had a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you as well once it comes. Thank you very much for watching. We do have some videos lined up for New Year as well. We're going to have a... what video ideas do we have?
Good and bad of both W and TNA combined to 2 videos.
Yeah, we're going to have the good, the best... we're going to have, like, you know, awards and stuff like that, like Best Feud, Best Match and stuff like that. We're going to do that for the bests for TNA and WWE in one video, and then the worst for TNA and WWE in another video. You'll find out more about that when we get there, but it should be quite interesting, so thank you very much for watching this video. And from me, Mr. Parkin, and now NJ...
And as Austin Aries said, this is the last show of the year, and they don't really do the greatest job with it. So let's hope the first show of the new year is better than this one. And until next time, YouTubers, thank you very much, and goodbye.